वंशी विभूषितकरान् नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरा दरुणबिम्बफलाधरोष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री Gurave Namaha. Divine souls, Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. Last week, I was trying to cover this mantra 15 of chapter 12. Bhagavan says, Yasmano dujate loko lokano dujate chaya हर्षामर्ष भयोर्द्वैगैर मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः. He is enumerating all those attributes which a bhakta should have. A Siddha bhakta has already all those attributes with them. We, the practitioners of Bhakti Yoga, on the path of spirituality, must acquire all these attributes within oneself. Although the words are pretty simple, meaning is also very simple, but in practice, these are the things which we encounter every day, almost every day. Somebody gets agitated, somebody has told him something bad, or he creates an environment that everybody is unhappy with him. He is full of joy, or he has envy. He is fearful, or he is having anxiety. All these mental modifications we all encounter day in and day out. Bhagavan says, those who have all these, or those who do not have all these, sacha me priya, they are my dear, they are dear to me. Now let us see what we have gone through some, but let me again put them in them. By whom the world is not agitated. This is very simple. You know of individuals who come to your place and you feel very much agitated the moment you see him. He creates an environment which is disturbing. But then there are others whose presence makes all agitated quieten down. The moment he comes, the environment goes serene. Even if there is a lot of disturbance going on in the environment, the moment Guru Maharaj comes in, everybody is quiet and sab. Sant Gyaneswar Maharaj talks about fish in ocean, deeper part of the ocean. Neither the water disturbs the fish, nor the fish disturbs the water. They are in harmony. They are all remain undisturbed. Here the message is, neither you should create an environment which is disturbing to others, nor You get disturbed by something which comes onto you. This is a common phenomena. If somebody has plucked flower from your garden without asking you, and that flower is very dear to you, you get hot. You get agitated. Why he has done this? Simple matter as that. And somebody hurts your feeling, you get hurt. We we have to discipline ourselves in such a way. We have to raise the threshold of forbearance. One should be able to absorb whatever impact comes. This is within us. We have to raise the power of endurance within us. Tas titikshasva bharata. You should be able to tolerate, even if somebody is throwing mud on you. You are considering yourself to the body. He cannot throw mud on you, what you are. In fact, that swayam, that self, that within you, you are Brahma. You are not that human being full of all these impurities and all these things which reacts. These things, the reaction comes because you think yourself to that person and he has hurt your feeling. And that's how you get agitated. But निज प्रभु मैं देख ही जगत कहीं सम करहि विरोध. How can you counter somebody or get agitated by somebody if you consider yourself to be Brahma and others as well to be Brahma? Everyone is a Brahma Maya. If that is so, there is no cause for anybody to get irritated. And that's what philosophy Gita teaches. Says, Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. I have quoted this 100 times and I will keep on quoting it every time. Every moment, if you can have ingrained in ourselves this feeling, Matta Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. Bhagavan said, everywhere it is me, me, and me alone. So that is the Jnana Yoga. That is the knowledge, Brahma Jnana. But coming to even Bhakti Yoga, where duality exists, that was the Jnana Yoga, where Eko Ham Dityo Nasti Nabhuto Nabhavishati, I talked about last week. That there is no 2 per second is not there. There is no possibility of another Eko Dityo Dvebhyam Bhavati. The moment you talk of second, then there are 2. Fact is, there is no 2. Everything is one and one alone. That is Vedanta philosophy in Jnana Yoga. But coming to even Bhakti Yoga, where Bhakt and Bhagwan, too, the duality is there. भक्त भगवान के बिना रह नहीं सकता है. भक्त को भगवान चाहिए. एंड चाहे साकार रूप में हो, चाहे निराकार में भी हो, तो भगवान, भक्त को भगवान ही चाहिए. In that case also, if you consider everybody to be a temple in which Bhagwan resides, how can you throw a pebble on a mandir? मंदिर पर आप पत्थर नहीं फेंकोगे और मंदिर से आपको पत्थर नहीं आएगा. So that kind of relationship between Bhagwan and yourself, a bhakta has, and that should be realized by individual in everyday life, how we behave with the environment and how we should react to something which you think that it is not agreeable to you. For everything, there are 2 aspects. One is agreeable and not agreeable. One which is giving sukha and other giving dukha. There is again this question of harsa and amarsa. When you talk of harsa, it is jubilation, it is elation, exhilaration, excessive joy. Go beyond. आप हंस पड़ते हो बहुत जोरों से आप मन में एक उल्लास आता है. That kind of harsh and ullas is Bhagavan is mentioning here. You should be free from that. You should not be jumping overboard. Something has come in. It's God's grace which has given you something extra. If your son has got admitted into Harvard, it is His grace that your son has been able to get the admission there. Something unexpected comes to you, that's accept it. Accept it, not going above board. You should be within yourself, must have restrain yourself. Going ecstasy is not what is desired of a true bhakta. Abarsa is all the time. Jealousy. How can India win the World Cup? How can India win in the cricket? Recently, there was this competition in the cricket competition in which Pakistan was defeated and India won against New Zealand, for example, twice. Now, if you have seen, watched the reaction in Pakistan, they broke their own television. They get so much of amas, envy in that, so much of burning, heart is burning inside, that they even break their television sets, which they're showing that India is winning. That kind of repulsion, that kind of attitude of getting so much annoyed, so much envy, so much कलुस्ता मन में ऐसे पड़ा हुआ है, अमर्स भरा हुआ है. That is not required of a true bhakta. In fact, the word here which Shankaracharya tells is about asahisnuta. Amars is very strong, but even asahisnuta bhi nahi honi chahiye. If somebody else has success in something, we appreciate. भगवान ने उसको दिया है, उसको उसकी आराधना को स्वीकार किया है, उसकी पुकार को सुने हैं भगवान, और उसको ये सक्सेस मिल गया है. समथिंग गुड हैज हैपेंड टू समबडी एल्स. दिस अगर अदर्स का भी भाव है तो उसको भगवान के तरह से और भगवान के द्वारा किया हुआ. It is God who has given him success. It is God who has given his failure. That even रहना चाहिए. Neither hers nor ours. In equanimity, equal standing होनी चाहिए, whether somebody is having pleasant things coming into his life or something bad happening, or he is endowed with some pleasant or unpleasant thing. One should remain equanimity. There should not be having overjoyed or envious. Bhagavan talks about fear. He should be fear and also free from anxiety. When we talk of fear, the worst thing we think of is about advancing age, disease and death. ये बीमारी हो जाएगी, ये डेथ तो निश्चित ही है. एवरीबॉडी टॉक्स अबाउट इट कि डेथ तो होना ही है, बट फियर मन रहता है. द मोमेंट यू एनकाउंटर सम डिजीज, यू एनकाउंटर सम प्रॉब्लम, यू एनकाउंटर द डेथ इज स्टेयरिंग ऑन योर फेस, you get fear, frightened. But then, is it to be frightened? It has to be faced. It is the reality of life. It is to be faced. What one has to do is to move towards sun, towards brightness. If you walk towards sun, the shadow will fall behind. That fear which is affecting you will be behind you. You will not be having that fear lurking on your mind that you are encountering disease, you are encountering death, and all those things. That fear should be getting away from your mind. That is when you decide to walk towards sun. If you walk towards Lord, the world will fall behind you. You will be leaving behind all whatever is there happening. That is the jiva is facing. The jiva is facing sansara, and for reasons your karma, for reasons of your guna, you are running and attracted and interacting with the world all the time. If you look towards Brahma, if you look towards Paramatma, if you look towards that who is really the one which should be your guide, you should move towards that. Once you move in that direction, your back will be towards sansar. You will not be reacting to what is happening in the world. You will take it, whatever happens, as it is. That is the prarabdha that happens, and you have to bear with it. And while bearing with the consequences of what are happening in the world, you keep on moving towards sun. You keep on moving towards towards the world, because it is the fear that kills you even before death. The fear is frightening, and so is death. But it is said that the fear kills before death kills. Bhagavan says you should be free from udvega. Udvega is the mental modification when mind gets perturbed, when something is happening which is affecting you, either good or bad. We have talked about agitation. Similarly, anxiety is a product of that agitation. The agitation and the joy, fear and anxiety, they follow each other in the way that when desired object is gained, hers, you are enjoying, you are ecstasy, you go beyond it. If you not gained whatever you have, if you wanted to have something, you don't gain and somebody else gets it. Then envy comes in your mind. Oh, that fellow got the Mercedes car, and I am still running running with the smaller car. So the feeling of competition with the neighbor or some other person in family and all that, that if you have not gained, that somebody else has gained. If you have not gained and somebody else has also not gained, you are okay. ठीक है, उसको भी नहीं हुआ, उसका भी एडमिशन नहीं हुआ हार्वर्ड में, मेरा नहीं हुआ, मेरे बच्चे का नहीं हुआ, कोई बात नहीं है, उसका भी तो नहीं हुआ. So you console yourself by equating failure on your part in your family, and if there is also failure in somebody else's, you are happy with it. Look at that. But if somebody gains and you didn't, then that amars comes in, envy comes in. That is what consequence of your failure on one side and somebody's success on the other. When one possesses what we desire, then there is a fear of losing it. मेरे कार को कहीं स्क्रैच नहीं लग जाए, अभी मैंने खरीदा है. So there is a fear all the time, something wrong will happen, something fearful is going to happen, and that fear is all the time lurking in the mind of losing it, whether getting disturbed or getting spoiled, or fear is there. But when desired object is missing, you do not know what happened to that. So there is anxiety. वो मैंने कहाँ रख दिया याद नहीं है. You might have kept somewhere, you have some possession and you kept somewhere and forgot. So there is all the time anxiety. What will happen to that which I lost? None of these mental modifications will be there if there is no desire for the object. Desire word is such that brings on each and every in actions which you perform as a result of either good or bad. That desire is the main culprit, you can say. It is the center point of bringing on agitation, bringing on all this fear, harsha, amas, all those things are related to kamana, asakti. if you are kamana rahit, if you do not have desire for having it, doesn't matter if somebody else has had it. You will not have fear of losing it. You will not have fear as to what will happen to that thing which you have missed. Now, moving on to next verse, that is verse mantra 16. Look at this verse, so beautiful, so very much to be practiced. Anapeksha शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारंभ परित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः. Bhagavan says, anapeksha, no expectation. Excuse me. Suchi, that is pure, purity. Daksha, skillful. Udasin, impartial. Gatavyatha, free from pain. Sarva Ramb Parityagi. Parityagi, renouncer of all undertakings. Yah Mad Bhakta, such a devotee of mine, me priyaha, is dear to me. So the meaning is, he who has no expectation is pure, skillful, impartial, free from pain, and who is renouncer of all undertakings. Such a devotee of mine is dear to me. Let us dwell on to all this. Anapeksha word comes from apeksha, no apeksha. Apeksha means ummeed, asa, expectation. You depend on somebody, expect something from. If your son has graduated and he got a job, you will expect that in old age he will come to your help. He will be a help to the family, help to you. That is expectation. अरे पाल पोस कर बड़ा किया, नौकरी भी लगा दी, और देखो ना पैसा अपने बीवी को देता है. He looks after his wife and family and doesn't bother about me. So father expects something from son. That expectation is what is called apeksha. Anapeksha, one should not expect. It was your duty to see that he grows up properly, he gets proper education, he gets proper job. Whatever you consider as your duty, you have performed, and forget about it. You have performed your duty, don't expect anything from somebody else. It is you consider, and there are sons in present era who will tell you, किसने कहा था आपने पैदा कर दिया मुझे. ऐसा भी करते हैं, और पैदा कर बड़ा किया तो कौन क्या किया आपने, अपना कर्तव्य किया आपने, मैं क्यों आपको देखूं. There are sons and daughters in present day who you will hear these things coming from. हमारा सनातनी संस्कार ऐसे नहीं है, हमारे संस्कार ऐसे दिए नहीं जाते हैं. बच्चों को बड़ा किया जाता है अपना धर्म समझ करके, और बच्चे बड़े होते हैं तो वो भी अपना धर्म समझते हैं कि मुझे माता पिता की सेवा करनी है. That is already imbibed in their duties, in their dharma which they perform. If you have not taught your children dharma from the very beginning, बड़े होकर के वो क्यों धर्म पालन करेंगे? Why they will look after you if you have not trained them? You have not given them that education of dharma. You have not imbibed in them the principles and philosophy of our traditions and sanskar. Then they will not be following it. So Bhagavan says, anapeksha, you should not expect from people. मैंने लिख रखा है, ये मुझे बहुत पसंद है, because this song हमारे यहाँ सत्संग होता था तो लेडीज लोग मिल करके ये बड़ा बहुत प्राय इसको गाते थे रहो। मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे, बनवारी रे, जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम रे। जीने का सहारा तेरा नाम, तेरा मीन्स बनवारी का, दैट कृष्ण का, भगवान का। जीने का सहारा भगवान, मुझे दुनिया वालों से क्या काम रे। व्हाट हैव टू डू विद द पीपल इन द वर्ल्ड? But we expect everything from people in the world. You don't expect them to hurt you. If somebody has hurt you, you get पागल हो जाते हैं। सत्संग में बैठे हैं, सत्संग से बाहर निकले, किसी ने देखा गाड़ी स्क्रैच किया हुआ है, ओ मैड, किसने मेरे गाड़ी में स्क्रैच कर दिया? अरे दुनिया वाले ने किया है, आपको दुनिया वाले से काम तो है नहीं, तो छोड़िए ना, जो हो गया सो हो गया, आप उसको अपना टेक केयर कीजिए। नो, we have everything to do with sansar when we are in the world. This is repeatedly, once, twice, many times, Bhagavan has told us your relations with your अंतरात्मा, योर प्रभु जो अंतरात्मा में विराजमान है, उसको देखो ना। Why you are looking at the world outside? Why do you expect things from happening from people outside you? Leave them as they are. If they behave with you good, so far so good. Do not misbehave with you, also quite all right. That should be the attitude. Anapeksha, you should not expect. You should not have dependence on the world. World is outside. Your Prabhu Birajman hai hriday mein. Unka sahara hai. He is the one who is going to guide you. He is the one, provided you surrender entirely onto him. You are his bhakta. भगवान और भक्त में बहुत निकटतम का संजोग रहता है। That connection you have with Bhagwan. Why you are depending on the world from outside? Bhagwan's anapeksha. You should not be depending on somebody else's from outside. You have your garden, somebody else has another garden near the neighbor. The garden, the neighbor goes on holiday. He tells you, please take care of my garden while I am away. Okay, you took care of him. When your time comes, your turn comes, you expect, I had looked after his garden while he was away. When I am going away, you expect him to look after your garden. And if he doesn't, you get haywire. You neither should expect somebody else to do what you did to others. You also do not get agitated if he doesn't take care of your garden while you are away. That should be the attitude. If you have done, fine. But if he has not done that, he has not reciprocated, you should not have any ill feeling towards him. He is your neighbor. He is a good person. Whatever he is good. Suchih, purity, the purity, pavitra nam pavitra. Even pavitra, the person who is a good soul, whenever he comes, he purifies the environment himself. Simple presence of a pavitra person purifies the environment. The environment gets purified by simple presence of a purity there. We should have pure, not only body, physical cleanliness, physical purity, we should have purity from within. हमारा अंतरात्मा स्वच्छ होनी चाहिए. Whatever mal is there, mala vikshep, these are the bad elements from in the body, which should be get rid of. Mala, impurity, must be removed from within. Whatever impurities, we all know that what impurities are. All those impurities must be got rid of if you want to be a top bhakta. भक्त होने के लिए हमारे मन में जो भी मैल है, जो भी विकार है, उन सब विकारों से हमें रिक्त होना है, उसे दूर होना है. दक्ष, remain ever alert. When we talk of alert, it does not mean that you should be on the drive. No, you should be able to engage yourself with Bhagwan. The ability for you to use yourself, be alert. That means one is toward sansar, toward of sansar, and the other is connected with Bhagwan. So in every quality or other quality, we try to take care of the others. You take care of yourself. You अगर संसार से alert रहेंगे, that impurities or anything sansar will not affect me, you are okay. And on the other hand, you should vigorously, intellectually, मन और intellects को भगवान की तरफ engage रखेंगे. You are Daksha. Udasin, I think time is over. I think I should respect the time. We will continue next week. Thank you very much. Jai Sri Krishna. Jai Gurudev.